Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to Friday. It's Friday. And it's a nice Friday so far. Yeah, other than the fact that I did not sleep well last night. I woke up like a few times. Like I woke up at 2, I woke up at 4, I woke up at 5, then I woke up at 8 and just couldn't get back to sleep. So just gave up. So I've kind of had an early start to the day, but that means I will have an early end to the day. So there is a silver lining to that. I think 3 o'clock is what I'm aiming for to finish by today. With where things are at with grading, I think that's possible. So my main teaching things I need to do, like to finish out my week, is just catch up on grading, which I'm caught up. I was caught up as of yesterday, so it's just whatever's been turned in since yesterday. So I'm just going to kind of be grading things on a rolling basis as they get turned in. I need to post my announcement for my students in my online class just to wrap up their week. Keep an eye on email, and then I've got a letter of recommendation that I can get started on since I do think I'm going to be done with everything else early today, so I'll probably get started on that. Also, a bonus that's giving me extra time back. I always kind of plan out for having physical therapy on Friday. I don't have that. I was going to go to Whole Foods after physical therapy, but when I found out I didn't have physical therapy today, I just decided to do Whole Foods delivery. So that is currently being packed as of the last notification I got, and that will arrive later this afternoon. So yeah, I don't have to leave my apartment today, which is really nice. I didn't have to leave yesterday either. I really like the days where I don't have to go out. It does make everything feel easier, and I can feel my knee, my left knee in particular, is flaring up, feeling a little bit sore. I might have to ice it later. I just think everything from this week is just all kind of catching up to me. So I don't mind having an easier Friday than what was originally planned. So I think, as expensive as delivery is, I didn't do it the last 2 weeks. So I think I can justify it this week, and it will make, this week has already felt easier than last week. So I'm ready to just kind of keep that going and not make today harder than it needs to be by forcing myself to go out. So yeah, getting Whole Foods delivered later. And yeah, it's just gonna be a quiet work from home day, but I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to just having a quiet day. I think also, yes, this is vlog 100. This is our 100th vlog of the year. Can you believe it? I can't. I never know how many vlogs there are going to be each year before I get to Vlogmas. It usually is a little over 100, but because I never know how many sit-down standalone videos I'm going to manage to film in a year. And I feel like there have been quite a few this year, not as many as I'd planned. And I do want to try to do some throughout November, but yeah, it's the 100th vlog. So welcome to vlog 100 of 2022. I am going to take my work laptop over to the couch and probably put on some fun, relaxing YouTube videos while I do my grading. I was working here at the desk yesterday, but I just feel like I think I want to be in a more relaxed environment while I work today. So yeah, sit back, relax, get cozy, all that good stuff, and let's get on with this Friday. Whole Foods has been delivered. So I thought I would chat with you guys while I unpack things. Taking a break from grading. Thought we could do a little bit of a grocery haul. Oh wow, that's huge. That's bigger than I thought it would be. I got some coconut water. Cardiologist recommended, or the nurse practitioner that I saw recommended drinking something with electrolytes 2 or 3 times a week. I thought this was gonna be like half this size. It's like 2 servings per container. But yeah, anyway, so each serving is a good source of the electrolyte potassium. So she recommended Gatorade, but I don't like Gatorade. But yeah, I got that. Got some more of my chips. These are like Pringles, but slightly better for you in terms of the ingredients they're made out of. And then Kind bars. I take these with me to campus a lot. What else is in here? We've got 2 other Kind bars. These are caramel, almond, and sea salt. I get different kinds from Costco, but I'm almost out of the ones that I get from Costco. So I bring these with me to campus. Got some more whole wheat spaghetti. They had my Alba Botanica Acne Dote on sale, so I don't need one, but I got one. And then I got a box of this last time. Now this is not cheap. But it's really good. It's the Flax Plus Maple Pecan Crunch cereal. So good. And it's 6 grams of protein per serving and 6 grams of fiber. So love that. I think that's that bag done. Bag 2 is some cold stuff. Got some loose carrots because I love carrots. I can never have enough carrots. It's one of the few vegetables that I do actually like. I'm really bad when it comes to veggies. From the deli, we got some maple honey ham and some Jarlsberg cheese. I love making a ham and cheese sandwich in the toaster oven. So good with the Jarlsberg and the honey ham. And then I got some English cheddar and some Tillamook extra sharp cheddar. I restocked those because I made some chili last week, so I was all out of cheddar. Got some eggs, so those all look good. Oh, that's a heavy bag. That's probably the milk and the orange juice. Yep. So organic orange juice and organic lactose-free 2% milk. I got some organic ground turkey breast. Yeah, I might make something on Monday. And then a special treat I got myself. This is the second time I've got this. The cinnamon rolls. They're organic, non-GMO, so like that doesn't mean you can have the whole tin in one go, but they do actually taste really good. Not as good as homemade, but still good when you just want to make 5 cinnamon rolls. They lasted me pretty much a week, 1 a day, and I can make them in my toaster oven. So that's awesome. I don't have to heat up my whole big oven to bake them. Now these bags are lighter. I hope you guys like boring grocery hauls because that's what you're getting. Bread. I get bread. Organic sprouted whole wheat. I'm trying to be better about fiber, getting more fiber, and these have 4 grams of fiber per slice. So I had some cinnamon sugar toast with these this morning. And then this is, maybe that's why I couldn't find this before. This is frozen. They must keep this in the frozen section with the pizza. So for when I'm super lazy, which happens maybe once a week. It's usually once every 7 to 10 days. I'm just too lazy and I make a frozen pizza. So I'm gonna put both of these in the freezer because I do still have one of these in the fridge. Last bag, what are we left with? What have I not unpacked? Everything but, there was just one thing that wasn't in my order. So these are our bananas. Got some organic bananas, and then I got some bagels. So I just get plain bagels, and I will probably freeze a few of these because with fall coming, I am really liking just whole wheat toast with a little bit of cinnamon sugar sprinkled on top with my coffee in the morning. It is so good. But I do love making a bagel sandwich for either breakfast or lunch when I just want to like throw something in the toaster oven. But these freeze really well. Probably freeze 3 of these and have the other 3 just between now and the next time I go to Whole Foods. Yeah, that's my Whole Foods. Yep, that was the last in that bag. So now I need to pack down these bags so that they can go out to the recycle. So grading is going well. I'm actually almost done. I'm on to my last class, grading all of the personal bios and resumes that have been turned in. So most of them have turned in their personal bios on time, and some of them have turned in their resumes early, so I'm able to grade all of those, which is great. And yeah, then I don't know. Then I don't know what I'm gonna work on. I will figure something out. Probably that letter of recommendation, but I got the announcements posted, and so far my email has been really quiet, which it usually is on a Friday. So I'm just watching YouTube videos. Currently watching Lucy Jane Wood and her kitchen renovation progress, which has been very interesting. Then I will watch someone else. Yeah, I'm going to go wash my hands and then get back on the couch and back to grading. And I will probably check with you guys once I am shifting over to bookwork for the day. Okay, it is now finally a little bit after 3 o'clock. I've just been doing some quick wins, if you will, on my coaching business prep, making some changes to my website. That's all going well. Now I'm just trying to transition from teaching mindset into other work mindset. So I have graded, I have done my announcement, and I have worked on the letter of recommendation. So yeah, I've done some coaching work, coaching prep, so it's just down to proofreading and other book stuff. So I'm gonna do proofreading later, probably around 4-ish, since I have managed to stop working on teaching stuff so early in the I mean, it's not that early in the afternoon, but early-ish. It's before 5 o'clock. And I know that doing 2 chapters, the chapters I am down to are shorter chapters. They're less than 5,000 words. So I know I can do at least 2 chapters today in an hour or less. I'm probably even going to do 3 chapters today. So I feel like I can do that starting at around 4-ish, 4:30. So there is a webinar that I had registered for, but it was the same time as office hours yesterday, so I couldn't watch it live. But I've just been sent, well, not just, but it's hit my 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago. Just been sent the replay of the webinar. So I think I'm going to watch that while I do some work on the cover sketch. Like, just see how close I can get. I feel like I'm so close to being able to scan it into the computer. I just need a little bit more time with it. So it's cover sketching. Well, I feel like this is definitely one of the things that being diagnosed with ADHD finally made it all make sense, because I know this is a very common mindset thing. Maybe mindset's not the right word, but this is a very common thing for people with ADHD. I get overwhelmed with certain tasks, and I will make them out in my head to be something that in my head I think is going to take me a very long time. And then in actuality, they often only take me like 5 to 15 minutes to do. I feel like the cover sketch is one of those things. The point that I am down to is not that much. And I think if I focus on it, I probably can get it done in the length of time it takes me to watch this webinar. So I'm gonna kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone kind of a thing. So I've got my rulers. Everything is in my little folder here, including my sticky note, which has the element list, is what I call it. So basically, let me see, there's some of these I can show you without it being too much of a giveaway. So I've got my primary sketch. That's the whole thing all sketched out. I've got that on paper with pencil. From there, I'm going through and I'm tracing with black ink. I've just been using the Papermate Inkjoy pens. They actually work really well for this step, and I have been tracing different elements separately. So I trace them all out separately, and then what I do is I scan these in. Then in Photoshop, they all get imported as a separate layer, and I get rid of the white space around them and arrange them on the canvas of the front cover how I want them. This is something I started doing with Bookshop of Possibilities. I didn't do it in quite the same way with Brave With You, and I wish I had, because it did make it a little bit of a challenge. But with Bookshop of Possibilities, I started doing this method and then did it again with Brave Together, and it was really helpful because it means that I can then change the sizing of things to get it to fit properly so that there's room for everything. Again, I am not a professional cover designer, so there are probably better ways of doing this, but this is just the method that I've developed, and this is how my process is right now, but it will probably change in the future. I'm gonna get this webinar going. I'm going to just get some cover work done, and then I will feel like I can justify switching to proofreading, because this is the hardest part. This is just the most difficult part, because it's the part that I can just make into a much bigger thing than it is. But once it's on Photoshop, it is so much faster and easier. So I just really want to get to that part of this process. So let's see how we do. Okay, I need to stop. The webinar, turns out, is over 2 hours long, so I'm only halfway, a little bit more than halfway through. I'm gonna have to finish it another day because I just can't right now. One thing that did get finished, I think, are all of the sketches, including some little doodles for the back cover. It's 10 to 5. I really need to proofread, but I think I want to get all of this scanned in. I don't think I want to wait to do that because I'm going to be at my parents' house tomorrow. So if I get everything scanned in right now, at least scanned into my computer, I can email all of those PNGs to myself so that I've got them backed up somewhere. But then B, tomorrow at the house, I can start importing them into Photoshop. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to put it into Photoshop today, or I could do that tonight while I'm watching TV, but I am going to get them scanned and imported into my computer right now, and then I will stop and finally proofread. Like, honestly, even if I didn't do any proofreading today, it would still be fine because this has now been a massive step forward as far as the book cover is concerned. I've got a low battery light, so I'm gonna shut up, I'm gonna start scanning, get this done, and then we'll proofread. Okay, that took a little bit longer than I thought. It's now almost 20 after 5, but I'm still gonna get 2 chapters proofread today. I'm gonna do it. It's fine. So I've made a lot of progress, but yeah, this is huge because if I can finish proofreading this weekend, and now before I sit down to proofread, I should explain where things are at with the proofreading. So I'm up through chapter 17, so I'm going to try to proofread chapter 18 and 19 today, and then I can do 20, 21, the epilogue tomorrow, hopefully. I'm going to be at my parents' house, so we'll see how productive I am at my parents' house. So I will get the last few chapters done, but I've only been making the notes in the annotation app that I use. So I've been making corrections on my iPad, but I now will have to go back into Vellum chapter by chapter, scrolling through the whole PDF on my iPad and making changes. That could take me a day or two, but that will get done. And while I'm working on that, like, my main thing is by this weekend I want to be done with the read through of it, because next week I do have time. So next week I can be making those corrections while I'm also working on the cover and while I'm finishing up the book description and figuring out keywords and all of that. I also, I forgot about this. I wanted to try to sort out copyright for this book before I publish it. When I looked up copyright, right now, I mean, so your work is automatically copyrighted the moment you start working on it. But if you want to register that copyright, it is, from the research I've done, it is easier to do it before you publish than after you publish. Because if you do it after you publish, you have to send 2, like, good copies of the book, hard copy of the book. And so I haven't done it with my first 5 books, because all of them just feel like they came together in a whirlwind at the end, and I just wasn't thinking about that. But I would like to try to get into the habit of filling out the official copyright for the book before I publish it, so that I don't have to send in a hard copy, because that just makes it more expensive, because I don't think you get those copies back. I don't know what they do with them. Maybe you do get, if you've copyrighted your books within the US and have been through the whole process, leave a comment down below so I know. But yeah, from the limited research I've done, I think I can copyright it before the book is published, but I need to see, it needs to be like a final proofread copy. I need to see if that would delay my upload day or not. I know I saw an article on Kindlepreneur about this, so I need to figure that out. So like, that's something I'm planning on doing next week. I've got my, let me open it up again and make sure that it is on there. I've got my final publishing checklist document, and so that's where I put the book title, the book description, categories, keywords, taglines, back of the book bio, everything I could need for either uploading to Amazon or putting on the cover or whatever. I try to put into this document, and then I have a checklist that lets me check off cover illustration, ebook cover, print book cover, tagline, book description, book title, all the front matter, all the back matter, final steps like formatting, social media reveals, which I always just drop the ball on, proofreading, register for copyright. So I do have that in here now. Needs to be done before publishing to submit electronically. So if you want to submit your copyright request electronically and not have to send in a physical copy, you have to do it before you hit publish. I don't think you have to do it before you upload it. That's what I need to double check. If I have to wait a certain time period from submitting it to uploading it, I'll just wait and do this one after it's published. I need to order copies of all of my books, spare copies, so that I've got some spares for me, but also just spares to then send for copywriting. You don't have to copyright, but everything I've seen recommends doing the copyright just in case you ever have to establish ownership and copyright. So it's one of those things where when I was first starting, it just wasn't a priority because I wasn't even sure if I was going to keep doing this. But now I'm getting to that point where I do see myself doing this for the long haul, and I am trying to do things a little bit more by the book, a little bit more professionally, as if I was part of a larger publishing company. And so copyright kind of feels like one of those things just to protect myself a little bit more. I don't know, I just, in the big groups I'm in on Facebook, I keep running across people who their book gets taken down or something by Amazon because they think there's a copyright issue, and then the author has to prove that they own their own book. And that can be really tricky, especially if you don't have it formally, officially copyrighted. This is all for the US. I can't speak for other countries. So yeah, if you're a US author who's gone through this or knows more about this than me, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to learn from other authors. But I'm not going to stress about that right now. Right now I am going to go sit down in my chair with my iPad, get 2 chapters proofread, and then we can get on with a relaxing evening. It is very windy outside and there are some really large clouds that look slightly ominous, but I don't think it's going to rain. But yes, it has gotten a little bit windy outside and cloudy, and I'm loving it. Alrighty, I have done 3 chapters, so I'm down to the last chapter and the epilogue, and I am so tempted to just finish it today. I can close the, ooh, there's some pink clouds. Let's go look. Just a little tiny pink cloud right there. Very pink over there. Wow. And pink over back there too. It never rained. It never even got fully cloudy over here, but it did get just a little bit cloudy. So pink. Okay, back inside. And we can close this now. But yes, I'm very tempted to do the last chapter and the epilogue tonight, but it is 6:30 and I feel like I really need to stop for the day. I need to go get some food. I'm starting to get very hungry. But for Friday, I can say I proofread chapter 18 through 20. So excited. And so all that's left is 21 in the epilogue. And then I still have to make all the corrections. So I won't be done proofreading, but I will be done with the read through, and then it's just however long it takes me to make the corrections. I'm definitely still on track for being able to upload the book by early October, especially after the progress I made on the cover today. That's exciting. I just feel like there's been a lot of book progress on this book in today's vlog. I just feel like my anxiety has been so bad this last couple weeks. Last week in particular, it's part of why I did not sleep well last night. I was just anxiety spiraling. So I really needed this win today. I feel like I've had 2 big wins, the cover progress and the proofreading progress. So very happy with that. So I'm now going to go heat up some of the leftover chili that I still have, which actually sounds really delicious right now. And I'm going to sit down and probably just watch some Bravo reality shows. I don't think my brain can handle anything with a significant plot. So it's probably going to be a Bravo night on Peacock. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All of that great stuff. I would really appreciate it. Our question of the vlog. I can't stop yawning. You can leave me some sleepy face emojis. That would be relevant to this vlog. Thinking back to my grocery haul, I showed you the cinnamon rolls that I bought. Those are definitely like a fall, autumn treat. What are your favorite treats? Like special treats, not like regular things you buy on a regular basis, but just special treats for this time of year that you get at the grocery store. I would really like to know. So that is our question of the day. You can either leave me the emoji or you can answer the question. And yeah, I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!